something brewing in the southernmost point of Europe. From the stately palaces of Sicily comes a surprising new answer to the arrival of thousands of migrants. Leoluca Orlando, mayor of Palermo, is a man on a mission. In the 80s, he was loved and admired for his war on the mafia. And now he takes up the cause of the hundreds of thousands of migrants that enter Fort Europe through Sicily with a new idea. Orlando wants mobility to be recognized as a human right. He personally welcomes all African migrants when they arrive at the port of his city.
Now it is your new city.
Yeah, our new city. Yeah.
Tonight you became Palermitan.
Can one passionate mayor provide a new solution?
Buongiorno, 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 buongiorno. Buongiorno.
Welcome to Palermo,
Buongiorno.
the future of Europe.
Buongiorno. Morgen, ich bin der Oberbürgermeister von Palermo. Sie wissen, dass Palermo ist die schönste Stadt in der Welt. Sie können sagen, dass Palermo hat der beste Bürgermeister in der Welt.
Oh, dit is de beste burgemeester in de wereld.
Alle wissen.
Alle weten dat.
Doch. Ich werde am nächsten Sonntag in Den Haag sein. 100 mayors from all over the world. Our proposal is to abolish the residence permit.
Ja.
Because international mobility is a human right. We oblige thousand persons, human beings, because they are human beings, just in a terrible condition. The residence permit, in my opinion, is the new slavery, the new death penalty. And saying what I'm saying, in the last elections in Palermo, I got 74% of votes. 74% of votes. In the stomach of human beings, there is no intolerance.
Palermo is one of the poorest cities in Italy, with an unemployment rate of nearly 25%. Still, Mayor Orlando wants to open the borders to refugees. A logical step in an interdependent world with an increasingly borderless economy, says Orlando. The city's already a melting pot of cultures. The arrival of the African migrants fits the history of Sicily. Over the past few centuries, as a Mediterranean hub, the island was occupied by Arabs, Byzantines, Normans, Romans, and Greeks, as can still be seen by the numerous palaces.
Palermo is not a European city. I say that Palermo is a Middle East city in Europe. We are, of course, proud to be European, but we are, in the same time, proud to be Middle East. Middle East in Europe.
If you wish to know Palermo, you can even only see exactly what is in this part of the city. Baroque style, Norman style, inside mosaics. A mosque that now is a Catholic church. The dog, the cat, the mouse in Palermo walk together in peace. And just in front, the Faculty of Law, where I was professor in the same room with the Professor Sergio Mattarella, today President of the Italian Republic. Look, that Palermitan lady just walking. You imagine she's Bangladesh? No, she's Palermitan. Bangladesh, Palermitan.
I think that the future of Europe should be the present of Palermo. My idea is that Europe will be just like Sicily, being able to become a mosaic, not to be a painting, having as a framework respect of human rights. Because we live in time of globalization. What does it mean, globalization? Mobility. Mobility of things, mobility of information, mobility of news, mobility of money. Is it possible to imagine globalization that is mobility without mobility of human beings? The human beings are giving a human face to the globalization. And my life changed when I met personally the thousands and thousands of migrants who reached Palermo.
As a protruding post in the Mediterranean, Sicily is the first landing point for hundreds of thousands of African migrants who make the journey from Libya to Europe in small boats. They are picked up at sea by the Italian Coast Guard and welcomed at the port of Palermo by Mayor Orlando.
The so-called migrants, they are human beings. And Palermo has approved the Charter of Palermo, just to recognize the international mobility as a human right. So everybody living in Palermo for the city administration has all the rights, of course, all the duties of the Palermitans. In the last 2 years, 400,000 migrants reached Sicily. 400,000 migrants in 2 years. You have never heard one single act of racism, one single act of intolerance. We welcome everybody. We welcome everybody.
Vous êtes arrivé dans la ville de Palerme. Comment s'appelle la ville? Palerme. Notre foi? Palerme. Tout ensemble? Palerme. Très bien.
My proposal, starting from the experience of Palermo, is to abolish the residence permit. The residence permit is the new slavery.
Pace e bene, come stai bene? Pace e bene. Vai tranquillo. Soltanto una donna che è andata in ospedale, ma perché è incinta, ma insomma.
Sì, ma comunque ancora ce n'è sopra.
Sì, no, domani.
Domani qui?
No, li lasciano dormire qui.
Fino a che ora continua?
Ma no, appena finiscono questi, significa, io penso, però hanno fatto, i primi 500 sono già scesi, gli altri 500 li hanno lasciati a bordo. Di qua, entro un'ora sarà finito qui.
Sì.
Bene.
Ok, pace bene, buona serata.
Pace bene. Ciao, pace bene.
Sì, grazie.
Pace bene.
Abbigliate da coordinamento.
There are more than 1,000.
Ci spostiamo per il policlinico.
500 have just landed now. The other 500 will sleep in the boat, so quietly, and tomorrow they will land. So we avoided to have 1,000 persons all here in confusion. They are quiet, they are in good condition in the ship, they can sleep.
On a fait le voyage comme bon, on était dans la famille. Bon, les familles aussi n'ont pas de force. Et on nous a envoyés pour aller chercher, pour aider la famille. C'est ça qui nous a fait de venir ici.
C'était un petit bateau ou quand
Oui,
même?
c'était gros un peu là. C'est un peu gros comme ça.
100 et quelques personnes.
Combien?
100 et
On
quelques
est
personnes.
130 dans le bateau.
130. Et vous avez payé beaucoup?
Oui, on a payé beaucoup. Ici, c'était l'argent de Libya. Ça fait 1100 dinars.
Vous avez eu peur?
Non.
Depuis qu'on était ici, on sent bien parce qu'on sait qu'on est arrivé. Les gens qui nous ont accueillis sont très gentils et puis on est très contents aussi.
Welcome. Da dove venite? Where are you coming from? Gambia. Welcome. 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 Now it is your new city.
Our new city.
Tonight you became Palermitan. Okay? No more Ghana, no more Gambia, but Palermo. Palermo is the best city in the world. I am the mayor of the city. Enjoy, enjoy. So as you can see, they give illegal information about their rights. They are of United Nations. In many cases, they have no passport. So the first activity after the sanitary check, the first is to get information about their identity. Who are you, your name, how old are you, where are you coming from, are you a refugee, having the right to have European protection. Then there is a place where they make a photo, just for the identification. And then, after the photo, they can go all over Italy, different places. They come from Ghana, from Gambia, from Sub-Sahara. You know that when we speak about people coming from Sub-Sahara, we say they are economic migrants. They are not political migrants. They are really in the weakest position because they have no right to get asylum. But they have a right to live because we cannot say, oh, okay, you risk to die because you are in war, we protect you. You are surely die because you have no food, you can die, It doesn't work. It is no sense to make distinction between economic migrants and refugee, politically protected.
Orlando feels that the distinction made between political asylum and economic migration is meaningless, because people who are looking for a better life will always keep moving, and it is their right to pursue happiness. That's why Orlando wants to abolish the residency permit, so that anyone with a passport can freely travel to Europe. No human being will ever be illegal again.
I know if we abolish the residence permit, Palermo is too little to welcome all. Sicily is too little to welcome all. Italy is too little to welcome. Europa is still too little. I think that if we think 500, 600 millions of Europeans cannot accept 100,000, 1 million, 5 millions, 10 millions, 20 millions, 30 millions of migrants, we can accept. Of course, not all in Palermo, but if they are all over the Europe, there will be no problem. They are our richness, they are our future. We need contamination.
Angela Merkel also invited the refugees over and she lost the elections.
I have a great respect for Angela Merkel, and my respect today is greater than yesterday because she accepted to lose elections in name of human values. The future will say that Angela Merkel was right.
While European leaders are struggling with their voters, the mayor of Palermo simply sets out his own course of action, and successfully so. Recently, Orlando was invited to The Hague to present his idea before a room full of mayors from all over the world, at the first meeting of the Global Parliament of Mayors.
The Global Parliament of Mayors starts from the idea the states are dying. The state, the national state, are losing their role. And someone has to play the role of the state.
In our era, defined by interdependence, nation-states born in an earlier era of independence and national sovereignty are in trouble, and that's where cities can help. In this new world of diseases and jobs without borders, terrorists and banks without borders, refugees and corporations and technology and war without borders, states defined by their borders are simply hard-pressed to respond. When nations don't get it done, when the UN can't get its member states to act, then cities have not just the responsibility, but the right and the duty to get things done. You can close Washington, D.C. It happened twice in the last couple of years. And Brussels can let itself be paralyzed by competing party ideologies and populist backlash. But cities cannot close their doors, not even for an hour.
The American political scientist Benjamin Barber took the initiative for the Parliament of Mayors because he thinks that the great problems of the world shouldn't be solved by states, but by cities. He greatly admires Orlando.
Leoluca Orlando, I don't know if you know his story. It's an amazing story. In the 1980s, he was a deputy attorney general in Sicily working to arrest the mafia. And his boss was shot and killed by the mafia. And most people thought he would run away, he'd quit his job and so on. Instead, he said, I'm not running away, I'm gonna run for the mayor of Palermo. And he ran for the mayor of Palermo. He won twice in a row, and he continued to really make war on the mafia for the first time with real success. And then recently, he ran for an unprecedented third term, and he's been elected once again at a crucial time in that city's history when the refugees from Africa and the Middle East make Palermo their first stop.
Every time the ship arrives in the port of Palermo, the mayor is in the port of Palermo, just to welcome. And we agree with the police that the migrants, when arrive in the port, 1,000, 1,200 each time, it is not necessary to let them welcome with the weapons. The weapons stay behind the wall in case of necessity. Because they are not criminals. They are human beings. Legally, the mayor of the city, where the minors without family arrive, are in the responsibility of the mayor. And they do not need only to sleep and to eat. They have the right to play, to go into school.
We zijn net in Palermo geweest bij mayor Orlando. Zij krijgen heel veel immigranten daar. Hij zegt als je die verblijfsvergunning afschaft, dan kunnen mensen gewoon het vliegtuig nemen naar waar ze familie hebben. Dan kunnen ze dat geld besteden om een leven te beginnen op een nieuwe plek. Is dat niet een heel goed idee?
Ik weet niet of dat een goed idee is, maar dat weerspiegelt wel een worsteling van een burgemeester. Ook de burgemeesters in de VS bijvoorbeeld, die hebben heel veel illegalen. Die hebben geen documenten, maar ze zijn er wel. Het zijn wel mensen. En die kunnen feitelijk bijna niets beginnen in hun leven. Ze zitten daar 10 jaar, 15 jaar, trouwen, krijgen kinderen, kinderen gaan naar school. Dus New York heeft bedacht, misschien moet de stad New York een identiteitsbewijs afgeven aan die mensen om zich in ieder geval te kunnen identificeren. Een rijbewijs te halen. Je kunt toch niet uiteindelijk heel veel van die mensen, het zijn ook in Amerika zijn het miljoenen mensen, eindeloos identiteitloos door de straat laten gaan. Staten lossen het niet op. Burgemeesters en steden worden geconfronteerd met een probleem. Mensen zijn op straat, zoeken een oplossing. Zo moet u eigenlijk de worsteling zien waar burgemeesters, stadsregeringen, gemeenteraden mee worstelen.
But unemployment is already so high. Will there be jobs?
Unemployment is so high, but it's so high for everybody. The situation does not change if we have no migrants, because the migrants come and in many cases they produce new activities, become entrepreneurs. I don't understand why people imagine that the migrants arriving are a passive presence. I know many situations in which the Palermitans are very happy because they found a job thanking a migrant.
Allo Zen è un successo straordinario e chi usa quel campo non è che lo danneggia, lo migliora ogni giorno perché lo considera proprio e questo è il senso di questa città finalmente in cammino. Andiamo!
Che pensi del sindaco Orlando?
Sindaco Orlando? Diciamo che è come tutti i politici, che ormai anche lui diciamo, fa cose buone e cose che non vanno, per quanto riguarda Palermo, è giusto.
Ma sono tante cose che non vanno. Ci sono anche cose che vanno bene perché l'abbiamo eletto e per cui se è stato eletto perché ci sono delle cose buone, ma sono anche le cose negative. Per i ragazzi, ci sono questi ragazzi che non c'è lavoro, non c'è niente. Io ho mio figlio che è lontano, per guadagnare 700-800 euro al mese di cosa? Dai una cosa, io non sono razzista, però perché è giusto che viviamo, anche noi siamo stati degli emigranti, Belgio, Germania, America del Sud, però non aiutare questi ragazzi.
Deve dire se lei può avere quella che si chiama assistenza economica straordinaria.
gliela danno subito.
Ho tempo di fare la pratica.
Ho capito, Simon, sì,
Gigi Simon.
La tedesca la metti una penna. E ci vai.
Manca la carta.
Mi metto sta per fare posteggio, manco 5 euro. No, all'uscita.
Many cases, people jobless protested against me, just asking to have money, to have job first of all, but I never heard one jobless Palermitan saying, Mr. Mayor, it's not correct that the migrant has a job and they have no job. Never, never, never.
756 542 maschio.
I think that the mayors can give a contribution to let the globalization have a human face.
Buongiorno, buongiorno, buongiorno.
Otherwise, globalization should have only the face of the money, the face of the informations, and not human face.
Buongiorno, 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 Tamar, buongiorno.
In a festive ceremony, Orlando grants migrants who take up residence in Palermo the honorary citizenship of the city. They're given access to education and healthcare, and after 2 months, everyone is permitted to work here. The civic integration course consists of a warm welcome by the mayor.
Buongiorno signora, buongiorno. Io la prego di leggere questa formula di giuramento. Legge. Allora ripete con me. Lei deve ripetere con me. Giuro di essere fedele alla Repubblica e di osservare la Costituzione e le leggi dello Stato. Bene. Adesso che lei ha giurato, deve firmare il verbale. Si accomodi, prego.
Orlando zegt, ik geef iedereen in ieder geval burgerschap. Hij maakt ook een ceremonie. Dan krijgen al die immigranten, op een gegeven moment als ze een tijdje in de stad zijn, zetten ze een handtekening, zweren ze eigenlijk trouw aan de stad ook en worden ze als burger gezien.
Ja.
Vindt u dat ook een idee voor Rotterdam?
Nou ja, ik weet niet of dat een idee voor Rotterdam is. Ik heb zelf eerlijk gezegd geen ceremonie nodig om alle mensen die in Rotterdam zijn als burger van Rotterdam te beschouwen. We beschouwen ze ook als burger van Rotterdam. Als je geboren bent uit ouders die papierloos zijn, zoals het dan heet, heb je ook gewoon recht op onderwijs. Want aan dat burgerschap van de stad zijn ook rechten verbonden, burgerschapsrechten ook verbonden. Fijn dat ze het in Italië op die manier expliciet willen doen, maar ik heb dat niet nodig als instrument om iedereen binnen de grenzen van de stad als burger te beschouwen, met papieren of geen papieren.
Mayor Orlando's independent course of action attracts a great deal of attention from the media.
Senta, qui ci sono famiglie che sono qui in Sicilia, a Palermo da anche 20 anni. La nuova sfida, visto anche i migranti, il fenomeno appunto dell'immigrazione, qual è adesso per questa amministrazione?
Continuare a denunciare che abbiamo una legislazione europea che è frutto di meschinerie politiche e di egoismi finanziari, a continuare a ripetere che un giorno verremo chiamati responsabili di un vero e proprio genocidio, come dopo 70 anni ancora oggi italiani e tedeschi sono considerati responsabili del genocidio nazi-fascista. È cresciuta.
In Italy, immigrants do not have the right to vote. In order to involve them in the administration of the city, Orlando has set up a Council of Cultures to advise him.
Only Palermo has a city council for the migrants. 21 members of this city council elected directly, democratically, by migrants. They have, of course, a moral power. They have a political power. They have the power to say to the mayor, it doesn't work, we have to change. And they are representative not of the migrants. They are representative of the city.
Io sono la vicepresidente della consulta del comune di Palermo. Siamo a Palermo, rappresentiamo a Palermo circa 30.000 immigrati. Neanche noi stessi eravamo tanto integrati perché pensavamo soltanto l'Italia è un paese di passaggio, veniamo qualche anno, lavoriamo, poi ritorniamo nel paese. Adesso con il sindaco è cambiato, non è più così.
She comes from a family in Sri Lanka, she's Tamil. She was born in Palermo, but we have a really no sense legislation.
People born in Palermo, they have to wait for 18 years to be recognized Italian. She is Italian more than my daughter. She is Italian, but the legislation arrives late. I think that Europe has to have shame for the European legislation that consider the migrants a problem for safety. International mobility, in my opinion, is a human right. And in the framework of Palermo, there is respect of human rights. To be different, to be equal. To be different because we are different. To be equal because we are human beings.
Orlando wants to make his city into a colourful mosaic. This year, Catholic Italy was the last European country to adopt same-sex marriage after years of intense debate. Orlando applauds that, being one of the first mayors to marry two lesbians.
E cosa significa per la città di Palermo?
Ma perché tutta questa attenzione, tutte queste sorprese? Siamo in presenza di un esempio concreto di dove si mette insieme libertà, eguaglianza e amore. Finalmente la legislazione consente di fare quello che è nel comune sentire di tutti.
Però ce n'è ancora di strada da fare.
Ce n'è ancora di strada da fare, però non bisogna sottovalutare il buonsenso delle persone che molte volte anticipa il legislatore.
Sarò per te l'amore e la passione, la gioia e la magia, la certezza e la concretezza, ma anche l'obiettivo dei tuoi sguardi, il profumo che non cambierai, il sapore dei tuoi baci, le vibrazioni che sentirai e il calore accanto a te. Insomma, tutta l'emozione di essere tua. Ti amo.
In nome della legge dichiaro costituita l'unione civile di Elisabetta Cinà e Serenella Fiasconaro. Applauso. Le emozioni di tutti noi è la conferma del nostro affetto, ma l'emozione di tutti noi è anche la conferma dell'ammirazione per il vostro coraggio civile, libertà, eguaglianza e amore, e che il comune sentire di noi è certamente più avanti del sentire del legislatore, che è arrivato con grande ritardo ad acquistare, però è arrivato.
As the mayor, Orlando can, to some extent, make his own rules in Palermo and experiment with policies that the leaders in Rome daren't even dream about.
I don't wish to destroy the present politics. I wish to change. I wish to change, and to change is possible. Not only in Palermo, even in Italy. It is my national project, starting from Palermo, coming back to Palermo. I was in the National Parliament with a party.
And you changed parties many times in your life. Does it matter?
No, I have always had the same party. My party is Palermo. And I think that in name of this party, everybody loving Palermo has to stay together with me to try to live a better life, to try to demonstrate that to change is possible. I can accept to lose. To lose today can be just one way to win tomorrow. And the people have to understand that we need time. And I try to put in combination identity and time.
L'hai dato pure tutte, va bene. Ma non ce n'è cucchiaire. Non ce ne sono. Va bene. Qua non ce n'è manco.
As you can see, behind me is the Pope. I'm a Catholic, and I'm so happy that Pope Francis has sent a message that we have to welcome everybody. The first visit of the new Pope Francis was to go to Sicily, to Lampedusa. That is just a symbol of Sicilians welcoming migrants. the past, the framework of Palermo was an alliance between aristocracy, Catholic Church, and mafia. And this alliance between Catholic Church, aristocracy, and mafia was the framework of the Sicily, was the framework of Palermo, gave to Palermo harmony, a criminal harmony.
We are remembering just a carabiniere, a police, who was killed in 1983 in the terrible 80 years when the mafia governed the city of Palermo.
For 100 years, Palermo had no migrants.
Why were the mafia against the migrants?
Ma perché la mafia è come il Daesh, è come l'ISIS, è integralista, non sopporta i diversi. La mafia non usava neanche come killer chi non fosse rigorosamente siciliano.
Now that the mafia lost the hegemony, lost the government of the city, we are so many migrants. And finally, we are happy because now we have harmony between our past and our present.
Many people are afraid nowadays of terrorist attacks by immigrants.
Ma il senso di insicurezza che pervade molte delle nostre comunità è chiaro che non è presente anche in Palermo, è presente nella Sicilia, non c'è dubbio, deriva da quello che succede nel mondo, da quello che succede in Europa. Non è bene generalizzare, cioè non è bene pensare che lo straniero sia per forza da ricondurre al terrorismo. Credo che una giusta accoglienza possa facilitare anziché far esasperare conflitti. Ecco.
Welcome is the best guarantee for safety. In Palermo, the Muslims called the mayor and say, Mr. Mayor, arrived some Muslim that can be a terrorist. They defend their city. Of course, if we do not respect the migrants, we say, oh, we are migrant, I don't want to have a relation with you, we are a problem for my safety. We oblige the people to live separated by the rest of the city. And they don't love the city. And when they see somebody arriving who wishes to do something against the city, they close the eyes, they close the mouth, they close the ear. Exactly like for many, many years, the Sicilians closed the eyes, closed the mouth, closed the ear, and the mafia became so strong.
Buongiorno, grazie a tutti per la vostra presenza, che vogliono ricordare un appuntato dei Carabinieri che il 27 aprile 1983 perdeva la vita perché faceva il suo dovere. Una città che ha avuto sindaci amici di boss mafiosi, devo essere onesto, ha avuto anche un sindaco che era lui stesso un boss mafioso, e questo basterebbe per dire quanta strada abbiamo fatto e come lo dobbiamo al sacrificio di tanti che ci hanno creduto in tempi certamente più difficili di quelli attuali.
Certo, è una giornata molto emozionante, perché ci tenevamo e avevamo, non che la targa ci cambiasse di stato, come diciamo noi qui, però era un riconoscimento che papà meritava.
No, dimentico.
Noi già conoscevamo il sindaco Orlando perché è il promotore della primavera di Palermo. E questa è una città difficile, dove bisogna lavorare e lavorare sodo. Quindi non è soltanto il sindaco, ma dovrebbe essere tutta l'amministrazione comunale, tutta la cittadinanza. E un sindaco da solo non può fare tanto, però fino a un certo punto. Poi ci vuole la collaborazione degli amministratori, nonché di tutti noi cittadini. altrimenti i cambiamenti non avverranno mai.
Mi mandi un sms, dottore?
Perché io ho il tuo numero.
Sì, dai, seguilo, 366 58. Arrivederci. The mayor, especially the mayor, has to live with the people. And I think that I have to touch and to be touched by everybody. And I touch everybody. And I am just disposal to be touched by everybody. And it is exactly my secret. Don't ask me the name of people meeting me in the street. I don't know. But it does matter. Because what is important is that the people know there is a person's day and night living to be at service of the Palermitans, the citizens. Andiamo.
E il sindaco può fare qualcosa per noi palermitani, per a me dare lavoro, e noi andiamo a lavorare, campare famiglia. Noi abbiamo famiglie, tutti i palermitani abbiamo famiglie, abbiamo bambini. E il sindaco può fare qualcosa per noi palermitani, per a me dare lavoro, e noi andiamo a lavorare, campare famiglia. Non che lui mangia, beve, prende stipendio, campa benissimo e noi palermitani morti di fame.
Le cose vanno male dappertutto, solo qua un po' di più perché l'Italia è divisa a metà. Da Roma a salire un po' bene, da Roma a scendere un po' male.
E non è che uno deve fare brutte cose, perché se il sindaco dasse il lavoro, tutti noi palermitani queste brutte cose non le facciamo. Se il sindaco darà il lavoro, noi ci andiamo a lavorare dalla mattina fino all'orario e noi ci sistemiamo, non che il sindaco il lavoro non lo vuole dare. Giustamente ognuno che ha la famiglia, che ha bambini, ha la famiglia da campare, non è male che uno deve fare delle brutte cose. Se il sindaco fosse uno onesto, dare un lavoro a tutti i cittadini. Non c'è niente. Io parlo con per me questo è la mia...
Era meglio se c'era il presidente Silvio Berlusconi. Il presidente Matteo Renzi e il governo che c'è oggi, i politici pensano per loro.
I got 74% of votes. 74% of votes. It means that the great majority says yes and voted just a crazy vice man, a crazy vice candidate who take care of the future. And I take care of the migrants who do not vote exactly like I take care of the children. They do not vote. Sometime, in name of the love for my city, I have to be against the Palermitans. Because I think that EMEO is something like an educational agency. Like a professor, like a professor, like somebody who tries to indicate the way, tries to indicate the extreme point of the horizon. The people has to understand that we do not live in eternal present. We need to have a respect for the past and hope for the future. One of my professors
in Germany was Professor Martin Heidegger, Sein und Zeit, identity and time. And I think the secret of the life is to combine identity and time. I cannot say, I am Palermitan, 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 today just like yesterday, just like tomorrow. I am Palermitan today in a different way than yesterday, and I think in a different way than tomorrow.
مرهاو متى بتي هدا مرهاو متى أمتى أوكي أوكي صبوا هذا أبي أتراب أبعد خالد بحال الصغر فتينا أبي أتراسيرا نيانا استحيزا نيانا دحري السودان متى كاب السودان كا من ليبيا أو ليبيا هالزلق
La paziente ci ha detto che il parto è avvenuto nella barca e quindi con tutti i rischi collegati a un parto di questo genere, rischi di emorragia per la madre e rischi di problemi respiratori importanti per i due ragazzini. Però tutto è andato bene, è stata molto fortunata.
مشيت بوسخ 5 ساعات 10 قلبي اوكي حمام كان حنين بزح يكون كنيرة ولا نحرس خماني لا اي بالكوني اي قمت كونيرة حر ونيرة مسايد فتحة حاني ما قليلين فساس قلمت فساساني وحمام حرس يقتضح يسكي حرس يعدل قليلين كان قالوا لا وقرد بهذا الله شو هاريسة بسلام كان بس تقبلوا مناتهم تعبة يوم عدله مالتي شو بقطع أخلو بأير كيرم هانسهم جنبرت أحسن بيله هالجن كلت أودات كلت وليت كجلام صامس تمسكن ده أمله طرين كعب سلام واتقان كعب سلام كابتليه وبتابع كان جليله راح تحاول سنر بس جانا سنا أمله يوم كل عمالد هذا هياب هذا إيفن يزر هياب إيفن يزر صايت بوي حسب لهم أنا كم أنا زحلف كوي هوتكم كي حلفوا من نساتهم أبتبوا كنا برو تمر تهربوا تبوا هوت كحلفوا مالتي كم تناتي هوت زحلف قوسكم حلف أيضا لني هاي مني اللهم نعوم يخاموت أي سدت
468 maschio 743 559 maschio 744 475 maschio.
Do you expect to get a lot of support for your proposal to abolish the residency permit?
I think that my proposal is the future. And so I have confidence that everybody will understand there is no alternative. I think that it's difficult to find argument against my proposal. I will follow spending my life just defending human rights. Finally, I will win, probably after my death, but it's no problem.
Good ideas are always too early.
Yes, Leoluca Orlando's notion of a right to mobility, a world in which there are no refugees because everybody has a right to move around, is a brilliant idea. It's too early today, but it'll be too late tomorrow if we don't have it today.
Dat verhaal wordt zo langzamerhand wel erg ingewikkeld voor heel veel steden, omdat regeringen daar niet in staat zijn dat op te lossen. U moet zich voorstellen dat een moeder met een kind van 3 of 4 jaar rechteloos is, moet Nederland verlaten. Zij gaat niet, het lukt niet. De reden vind ik niet interessant. En ik zeg, ja, sorry, maar dan trek ik mijn handen vanaf en dat die vrouw dan in de winter met dat kind onder een brug slaapt en dat kind overlijdt. Je moet zich indenken wat dat dan betekent voor zo'n stad. Ik zal dat niet voor mijn rekening nemen. Ik zal dat, wet of geen wet, ook op basis van mijn ook persoonlijk geweten als mens, zal ik dat niet voor mijn rekening nemen.
So you think it's a good idea to abolish the residency permit?
Definitely, I think it's a good idea. And if we want to follow an example, it's like the Schengen. It's an example where Europe slowly and in a very organized manner managed to abolish the need for a visa to move from one country to the other. And like nothing happened in Europe. We need free movement of people and free movement of goods.
So that's the future?
That's exactly my point. Like, if we could use the Schengen model worldwide, I think we'll be creating a better world for everybody. We don't need to be fearful of that.
All Nigeria, no. Gambia. Senegal. Oh, all different countries. Welcome in Palermo.
Sicily is also very poor. So many migrants here and so few in the rest of Europe.
It's quite interesting what you say. The rich persons are egoist. The poor persons are generous. I think it's a lesson for the rich Europe. Probably we are more civilized than many countries in Europe. Hi. See you in City Hall in Palermo.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching. For more on this subject, take a look at the playlist. You can also watch this recommended video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and we'll keep you updated on our documentaries.